20. Real-life human giants that still exist today. Curious about what it's like to stand next to a real-life giant? From basketball stars to record-breaking bodybuilders, these towering figures are not just tall, they're extraordinary. Join us as we explore the lives of the world's tallest people and discover what it's like to live life on an epic scale. Uļjana Semjonova. Uļjana Semjonova was a towering force in women's basketball, both literally and figuratively. Born in Latvia to Russian parents, she became a legend of the game while playing for the Soviet Union. Standing an astonishing 7 feet tall, she dominated the court in the 1970s and 1980s, earning a reputation as the most formidable player of her time. But it wasn't just her height that set her apart. Her skill, agility, and court awareness made her nearly unstoppable. One of her most remarkable physical traits was her size 21 men's shoes, making her the player with the largest feet in women's basketball history. But her impact went far beyond statistics. By the time she was just 16, she had already risen to national stardom, celebrated not only for her athleticism, but also for the pride she brought to her country. Everywhere she went, she was a symbol of excellence, an athlete who played with grace despite her towering frame. Whether on the national stage or at international competitions, Semjonova's dominance was undeniable, cementing her as one of the greatest female basketball players the world has ever seen. Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille Rashawn O'Neal, better known as Shaq, is one of the most dominant forces basketball has ever seen. Standing at an imposing 7 feet 1 inch and weighing 325 pounds, he was a powerhouse on the court, bulldozing through defenders with sheer strength and agility. Over his 19-year NBA career, he played for 6 different teams, winning 4 championships and solidifying his place as one of the greatest centers of all time. His impact extended beyond his physicality. His footwork, skill, and larger-than-life personality made him a fan favorite. But Shaq wasn't just known for his performance on the court. He was never one to hold back in front of the media. His feud with former teammate Kobe Bryant was well documented, and when asked about Bryant in 2005, he responded with a cold and calculated, "I'm sorry, who?" That signature wit and charisma have kept him in the spotlight even after retirement. Now he's reinvented himself in unexpected ways, touring the world as DJ Diesel, producing electronic dance music, and engaging in playful rivalries, like when he responded to LeVar Ball's challenge with his own diss track. With a personality as massive as his frame, Shaq remains a towering figure in both sports and entertainment. Rümeysa Gelgi. Rümeysa Gelgi is an extraordinary woman who has turned her unique condition into a platform for advocacy and awareness. Born and raised in Turkey, she is not only a researcher and web developer, but also an advocate for people with rare diseases and disabilities. She holds several Guinness World Records, including the title of the tallest living woman, as well as records for the largest hands, longest fingers, and longest back for a female. Before that, she was recognized as the world's tallest living female teenager. Her remarkable height is due to Weaver syndrome, a rare genetic disorder that causes accelerated growth and other physical differences. The condition is far more common in men than women, making her case particularly rare. Because of the challenges that come with her height, Gelgi primarily uses a wheelchair, though she is able to walk for short distances with the help of a walker. One of the most inspiring moments in her journey came in September 2022, when she took her first ever flight. In order to accommodate her, Turkish Airlines removed 6 rows of seats and installed a stretcher, allowing her to travel from Turkey to California. The event gained worldwide attention and was featured in the Guinness World Records documentary, Rümeysa, Walking Tall. Paul Sturgess. Paul Sturgess is a towering figure in basketball history, standing at an incredible 7 feet 7 inches and weighing 325 pounds. Officially recognized by Guinness World Records in 2011, he was the tallest college basketball player in the United States at the time. Despite his exceptional height, his growth was completely natural. Unlike many extremely tall individuals, his stature wasn't due to a medical condition, but rather to genetics. His father, standing at 6 feet 10 inches, comes from a family of notably tall individuals, though his mother and younger sister are of average height at 5 feet 5 inches and 5 feet 6 inches, respectively. Born in the UK, Sturgess became a well-known athlete, making a name for himself on the court and later transitioning into entertainment basketball. His massive size 19 shoes only added to his larger-than-life presence. He was also Britain's second tallest man until the passing of Neil Fingleton. Even before his basketball career took off, he gained media attention as a teenager, appearing in Britain's tallest teens at the age of 19. He later attended the Florida Institute of Technology, where he continued to refine his skills. His journey, from a towering teenager to a record-breaking athlete, has made him a fascinating figure in the world of sports and beyond. Yao Ming. Yao Ming was a game-changer in every sense of the word. Standing at an astounding 7 feet 6 inches, he wasn't just a dominant force on the court. He was a global icon who bridged the gap between Chinese and American basketball. His impact on the game extended far beyond his towering presence, helping to expand the NBA's reach into China and inspiring a new generation of international players. Throughout his remarkable career, Yao was an 8-time NBA All-Star, proving himself as one of the most skilled centers of his era. Averaging 19 points and 9 rebounds per game, he was a force in the paint, using his size and finesse to outmatch opponents. But his achievements weren't limited to the NBA. On the international stage, he led China to 3 FIBA Asia Championship gold medals, earning 3 MVP honors in the process. In 2016, Yao was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame, delivering a heartfelt speech that cemented his legacy as one of the sport's most influential figures. More than just a player, he was a cultural ambassador who forever changed the landscape of basketball. Do you think being extremely tall is more of a blessing or a challenge? Share your thoughts. Tacko Fall. Tacko Fall is a towering figure in the world of basketball, standing at an incredible 7 feet 6 inches. Born in Senegal, he made his way to the United States at just 16 years old, chasing his dream of playing professional basketball. His journey took him to the University of Central Florida, where he became a dominant force in college basketball, using his height and wingspan to become an elite shot blocker and defensive anchor. Despite going undrafted in the 2019 NBA draft, Fall didn't let that stop him. He signed with the Boston Celtics, quickly becoming a fan favorite due to his sheer size and gentle personality. His physical measurements at the 2019 NBA Draft Combine shattered records. He set all-time highs for the tallest height in shoes at 7 feet 7 inches, the longest wingspan at an astonishing 8 feet 2¼ inches, and the highest standing reach at 10 feet 2½ inches. After his time in the NBA, Fall continued his professional career overseas, signing with the Nanjing Monkey Kings in the Chinese Basketball Association. His story is one of perseverance, proving that with hard work and determination, even the tallest challenges can be overcome. Gheorghe Mureșan. Standing at an astounding 7 feet 7 inches, he holds the title of the tallest player ever in the NBA. Best known for his time with the Washington Bullets, now Wizards, Mureșan was a force to be reckoned with in the 1990s. In the 1995-96 season, he averaged over 15 points per game and even led the league in field goal percentage, showcasing not just his height, but his impressive skill and precision. Mureșan's matchup against Shaquille O'Neal, another giant of the game, was legendary, and it's a testament to his tenacity that he faced one of the most dominant players of all time without being overwhelmed. His presence on the court was undeniable, but his larger-than-life persona took him beyond basketball. At the peak of his fame, Mureșan dabbled in Hollywood, starring alongside Billy Crystal in the movie My Giant and making a cameo in Eminem's iconic video for My Name Is, where he played a ventriloquist with Marshall Mathers as his puppet. But before his stardom in both basketball and film, Mureșan was just a tall kid from rural Romania, determined to find his place in the game he loved. Paul Wight, Big Show. Paul Wight, better known to wrestling fans as Big Show, is one of the most recognizable giants in sports entertainment. Standing at an imposing 7 feet 1 inch, Wight has had a legendary career spanning decades in the world of professional wrestling. Before stepping into the ring, he played college basketball at Wichita State University, towering over opponents even at just 19 years old. However, a medical condition known as acromegaly, caused by excessive growth hormone, led to his extraordinary size. Fortunately, in the early 1990s, he underwent surgery to remove his pituitary gland tumor, halting further abnormal growth. Wight made his wrestling debut in 1995 with World Championship Wrestling, WCW, under the name The Giant, quickly drawing comparisons to the legendary Andre the Giant due to his size and presence. After dominating WCW, he transitioned to the World Wrestling Federation, later WWE, in 1999, adopting the iconic ring name Big Show. His career spanned over 2 decades, making him a multiple-time world champion and one of the few wrestlers to have squared off against nearly every major name in wrestling history. Beyond wrestling, Wight has expanded into acting, making appearances in movies, TV shows, and even starring in his own Netflix sitcom, The Big Show Show. Today, he continues his career with All Elite Wrestling, AEW, serving both as an in-ring performer and a commentator. Sultan Kösen. Sultan Kösen stands as a true giant among men, literally. At an astonishing 8 feet 2.8 inches, 251 centimeters, he holds the title of the world's tallest living man, officially recognized by Guinness World Records in 2009. His exceptional height is the result of pituitary gigantism, a condition caused by an overproduction of growth hormone. Despite the challenges his size presented, Kösen has embraced his uniqueness and become an international figure. Born in Turkey, Kösen grew up in a family of average height. His extreme stature prevented him from completing school, leading him to work as a farmer to support his loved ones. Everyday tasks that are simple for most, like fitting into cars or finding clothes, became major obstacles. However, his height had some advantages, such as helping his mother with household chores, like changing light bulbs without a ladder. In 2010, Kösen underwent life-changing gamma knife surgery at the University of Virginia, which successfully halted his excessive growth. In 2013, he achieved another lifelong dream, getting married. His record-breaking height has earned him worldwide recognition, leading to appearances in Hollywood films and global events. Sulemana Abdul Samad. Sulemana Abdul Samad, a man from Ghana, has recently earned the title of the world's tallest man, surpassing Sultan Kösen, who stood at 8 feet 2.8 inches. Due to an unusual medical condition, Samad's height has now reached an incredible 9 feet 6 inches. This condition, which is related to excessive growth caused by an overproduction of growth hormone, can be managed if detected early. However, it often comes with serious side effects, such as mobility challenges, sleep apnea, and even an enlarged heart. Sam's life has been marked by frequent visits to the hospital, where doctors closely monitor his condition and try to manage the complications associated with his extraordinary size. During one of his most recent hospital visits, the medical staff were taken aback when they realized his height had exceeded the capacity of the hospital's scale. These regular checkups are crucial in helping him find ways to live more comfortably, but they also serve as a reminder of the difficulties that come with living in a body that continuously grows beyond normal human proportions. Please comment 1 to let me know you'll be watching this video until the end. Aaron Reed. Aaron Reed, a towering figure at 6 feet 7 inches, is one of the world's tallest and most impressive bodybuilders. Hailing from Tampa, Florida, he is officially recognized as the tallest bodybuilder to win a men's physique competition. Reed's journey to success has been heavily influenced by his idol, Arnold Schwarzenegger, whose impact on the sport motivated Reed to pursue bodybuilding and wrestling. Throughout his career, he has earned a reputation for his incredible physique, both in the ring as a former WWE wrestler and on the stage as a competitive bodybuilder. But Aaron Reed's path to success wasn't without its obstacles. As a child, he was diagnosed with leukemia, a battle that would shape his resilience. Later, during his time in the WWE, he faced another major health scare, hepatitis. Despite these challenges, Reed's determination to succeed never wavered. He not only overcame these serious health issues, but also turned them into a source of strength. In addition to his accomplishments in bodybuilding and wrestling, Aaron Reed has become a published author, writing a book on nutrition and living a healthy lifestyle. His story is a testament to perseverance, showing that no matter the setbacks, determination and passion can lead to incredible achievements. Brahim Takioullah. Brahim Takioullah, a Moroccan man, once held the Guinness World Record for having the largest feet in the world and is officially the second tallest living person at an impressive 8 feet 1 inch tall. His size is so remarkable that when he steps next to a car, he almost looks larger than the vehicle itself. His towering height is even more striking when compared to the people around him, who, despite their own height, seem to be dwarfed by Brahim's stature. Takioullah's extraordinary height has made him a prominent figure in the world of record-breaking giants. In a memorable event, he joined a group of the world's tallest people in Paris, where they were met by curious crowds who couldn't help but feel small in their presence. During this visit, Brahim took part in a fun photo opportunity in front of the Eiffel Tower, surrounded by his tall companions. These moments highlight the striking nature of his size and offer a glimpse into the life of someone who stands head and shoulders above the crowd, literally and figuratively. Robert Bobroczky. Robert Bobroczky, a former Romanian college basketball player, is widely recognized for his extraordinary height of 7 feet 7 inches. His towering stature has drawn significant attention throughout his basketball career. Moving to the United States in 2016, he attended high school in Geneva, Ohio, before playing at Rochester University in Michigan until the 2021 to 2022 season. His growth was remarkable from an early age. By 8 years old, he was already taller than his mother, and by 12, he had surpassed his father. Interestingly, between ages 8 and 13, he was taller than Robert Wadlow, the tallest person in recorded history. Unlike many individuals of extreme height, medical evaluations suggest Bobroczky's stature is due to natural genetics rather than a hormonal disorder or overgrowth syndrome. Despite his height advantage on the court, Bobroczky struggled with weight and physical strength. At 7 feet 7 inches and only 190 pounds when he debuted in high school basketball in 2017, his BMI was just 16.1, classifying him as severely underweight. His frame and conditioning challenges made competitive play difficult, but his story remains a fascinating example of human genetics and the unique challenges faced by extremely tall athletes. Martyn Ford. Martyn Ford, known as the Nightmare, is a British bodybuilder, actor, and social media influencer. Standing around 6 feet 8 inches tall, Ford has garnered significant attention for his imposing physique and muscularity. His intimidating appearance has made him a standout figure in the fitness world, leading to his nickname. Before pursuing bodybuilding, Ford played professional cricket, but eventually switched paths and found his true calling in the gym. He quickly made a name for himself with his enormous stature and dedication to building an exceptional physique. His transformation from cricket to bodybuilding is an inspiring tale of reinvention and hard work. Ford's social media presence is massive, particularly on Instagram, where he shares his fitness journey, workout routines, and motivational content with his followers. He uses his platform to inspire others to achieve their fitness goals while offering a glimpse into his own life and training regimen. In addition to his bodybuilding career, Ford has also ventured into acting. He has appeared in several films, further expanding his reach beyond the fitness world. Known for his unwavering commitment to fitness, Martyn Ford continues to inspire millions with his dedication, discipline, and larger-than-life persona. Satnam Singh Bhamara. Satnam Singh Bhamara is an Indian professional wrestler and former basketball player currently signed with All Elite Wrestling, AEW. Standing at 7 feet 2 inches and weighing 360 pounds, he made history as the first Indian player ever drafted into the NBA when the Dallas Mavericks selected him 52nd overall in the 2015 NBA Draft. Singh's basketball journey began in his hometown, where his father, also exceptionally tall, introduced him to the sport. By age 9, he was already 5 feet 9 inches, towering over most adults in his village. His rapid growth continued, reaching 6 feet 6 inches and 230 pounds by 14, with size 18 shoes. Recognizing his potential, he was sent to IMG Academy in Florida, where he developed his skills and trained at an elite level. Although he never played in an official NBA game, Singh became a trailblazer for Indian basketball, inspiring future generations. He later transitioned to professional wrestling, where his imposing size and athleticism have made him a standout in AEW. With a career that spans 2 major sports, Satnam Singh continues to make an impact on the global stage. What's the tallest person you've ever seen in real life? Tell us your story. Olivier Rioux. Olivier Rioux is an exceptionally tall teenager who stands at an astounding 7 feet 6 inches, making him the world's tallest teenager, according to Guinness World Records. Currently a sophomore at Florida's IMG Academy, Rioux has caught the attention of basketball enthusiasts worldwide. His height was first highlighted when he posed for a photo alongside Chuck Swirsky, the Chicago Bulls radio play-by-play announcer, and towered over him by a significant margin, as Swirsky is 5 feet 9 inches. Growing up in a family of exceptionally tall individuals, Olivier's home had to be modified to accommodate their height. Tabletops and ceilings are all above average, but the door frames, which haven't been adjusted, often cause Olivier to bump his head, a common issue in his daily life. As a child, Rioux spent hours poring over his Guinness World Records books, fascinated by the tallest individuals and comparing himself to the record holders. After discovering that there was no one taller than him in the 2015 and 2016 editions, he felt both shocked and relieved when he achieved the title for himself. This accomplishment has propelled him into the spotlight as a potential future basketball star, where his unique stature could offer him a distinct advantage on the court. Sun Mingming. Sun Mingming is a retired Chinese professional basketball player who holds the distinction of being the world's tallest professional basketball player, standing at an impressive 7 feet 9 inches and weighing 370 pounds. He didn't begin playing basketball until the age of 15, but quickly rose through the ranks, playing at Ventura College in California during the 2005 to 2006 season. Afterward, he went on to play for various American minor league clubs, including the USBL Dodge City Legends, the ABA Maryland Nighthawks, and the IBL Grand Rapids Flight. In 2007, Son was drafted by the Harlem Globetrotters, making him the tallest player in the team's history, although he never played for them. Throughout his career, he was known for his extraordinary height, which gave him a distinct advantage on the court. However, Son's journey was not without challenges. In the summer of 2005, he discovered he had a benign tumor on his pituitary gland, which was causing his unusual growth. Due to a lack of health insurance and financial resources to cover the medical costs, his sports agent organized a fundraiser to help cover the over $100,000 in hospital fees. The tumor was successfully removed in September 2005, allowing Son to continue his basketball career. Myung-hun. Myung-hun, also known as Michael Rhee, is a retired North Korean basketball player who was once considered the tallest person in North Korea, standing at 7 feet 8.5 inches and weighing 282 pounds. A dominant figure on the court, he trained in Canada and was scouted by several NBA teams, preparing for what could have been a groundbreaking career. However, his dreams were cut short due to U.S. sanctions under the Trading with the Enemy Act of 1917, which prevented him from joining the league. In 2000, the U.S. State Department offered Rhee the chance to play in the NBA under the condition that he could not send his earnings back to North Korea. This led to North Korean officials blocking his departure. Kim Jong-il reportedly told NBA scout Tony Ronzone that he would allow Rhee to leave if an NBA team paid the North Korean government in wheat, a deal that never materialized. In a rare CNN interview, Rhee expressed his desire to compete at the highest level, stating, "I'm a huge man. I want to put my abilities to the test. I'm not interested in money or politics. As a sports person, I simply want to try." His towering presence later sparked speculation in 2011 when North Korean state television aired footage of Kim Jong-il's funeral, showing an exceptionally tall man in the crowd, widely believed to be Rhee. Kristof Van Hout. Kristof Van Hout, a Belgian professional footballer, holds the distinction of being the tallest goalkeeper in the world at 6 feet 10 inches, 2.08 meters. His towering height makes him an imposing presence between the posts, giving him a natural advantage when dealing with aerial balls, crosses, and long-range shots. Currently playing for the Delhi Dynamos, Van Hout has gained recognition for his physical dominance and ability to cover a significant portion of the goal with his extended reach. However, being the tallest player on the pitch is not without its challenges. While his height allows him to command the penalty area effectively, it can also impact his agility and reaction time. Quick reflexes are essential for goalkeepers, and taller players often struggle with the speed required to make low saves or sudden lateral movements. Additionally, maintaining balance and coordination can be more difficult for someone of his stature. Despite these potential drawbacks, Van Hout's sheer presence can intimidate opposing forwards, and his ability to make difficult saves has earned him a place in professional football. While height alone doesn't guarantee goalkeeping success, Van Hout continues to prove that with the right training and adaptability, even extreme height can be an asset in the game. Broc Brown. Broc Brown, a Michigan native, stands at an incredible 7 feet 9 inches, 2.36 meters, tall, making him one of the tallest people in the world. His remarkable height is the result of Soto's syndrome, also known as cerebral gigantism, a rare genetic disorder that causes excessive growth during childhood. Despite doctors predicting that he wouldn't live past puberty, Broc defied the odds and continues to pursue his dreams. From a young age, his rapid growth presented unique challenges. By the time he was in nursery school, He was already 5 feet 2 inches tall, requiring custom-made clothing and an extra-large 8-foot-long bed to accommodate his size. His height has also contributed to various health complications, including a high BMI that led to diabetes and mobility issues. Despite these struggles, Broc recently achieved a significant milestone, landing his dream job at a YMCA sports center. Working in an environment that promotes fitness and community engagement has been a lifelong aspiration for him. His story is an inspiring example of resilience and perseverance, proving that no matter the challenges, determination and a positive outlook can help turn dreams into reality. 30 banned circus freaks that actually existed. Ever wonder what happened behind the velvet curtains of the circus sideshow? For centuries, unique individuals captivated audiences, defying expectations and challenging perceptions. From breathtaking acrobatic feats to astonishing displays of human variation, these performers became legends. Get ready for a journey into the extraordinary lives of sideshow stars, their stories of resilience, and the captivating acts that defined a bygone era of entertainment. Johnny Eck, billed as the half-boy, or the man with no body. Born with sacral agenesis, a rare condition that meant he was born without legs, Johnny's story is one of incredible resilience and defying limitations. Imagine a sideshow tent, bustling with anticipation. Johnny Eck emerges, walking effortlessly on his hands. He wasn't content with simply walking. He became an acrobat, performing handstands and other feats that would amaze anyone, regardless of their physical abilities. He even played basketball. And Johnny's life extended far beyond the sideshow stage. He was a talented artist, a painter and sculptor. He even dabbled in film, appearing in Todd Browning's 1932 classic, Freaks. Minnie Woolsey, Cuckoo. Born in Georgia back in 1880, Minnie lived with a rare genetic condition called Virchow-Seckel syndrome, sometimes referred to as bird-headed dwarfism. This gave her a very distinct look: a small head, a nose that curved like a beak, and a jaw that sloped backwards. Cuckoo embraced her difference, crafting a persona around her appearance. She'd wear these elaborate costumes, decked out in feathers and a dramatic headdress topped with a plume, really leaning into that bird girl image. Her performances were mesmerizing. She developed these unique, almost bird-like dances, moving her arms in a way that mimicked the flapping of wings. It was truly captivating, and audiences were drawn to her ability to turn her physical traits into a performance. Two-Headed Man. The Two-Headed Man was a captivating yet tragic figure in early 20th century sideshows. This individual, whose name is often lost to history, was born with parasitic twins, a rare condition where an underdeveloped twin is attached to the body of a fully formed twin. This resulted in a second, smaller head attached to his own. His unusual appearance made him a major draw for curiosity shows and circuses, drawing in large crowds, eager to witness this remarkable and, sadly, exploitative spectacle. Maurice Tillet. Maurice Tillet, born in Russia in 1903. Up until his late teens, Maurice looked like any other young man. But around 17, he started experiencing significant physical changes due to a condition called acromegaly. This caused an overproduction of growth hormone, leading to an enlargement of his bones, particularly in his face, hands, and feet. Maurice, a highly intelligent and cultured individual, he spoke nearly 10 languages and even wrote poetry, knew he would be judged on his appearance. So, he reinvented himself. He stepped into the theatrical world and, in 1937, emigrated to the United States. Here, he embraced the world of professional wrestling, becoming a star known as the French Angel, a name chosen to honor his parents. He even held the heavyweight championship in the American Wrestling Association. He wasn't hiding. He was performing, showcasing his strength and resilience. Before his death in 1954, Maurice allowed molds of his head to be created, resulting in 3 original masks. Today, 2 are housed in museums, preserving his unique likeness, while a 3rd remains in private hands. Over the years, copies have been made, further solidifying his image in popular culture. Daisy and Violet Hilton. Born in 1908, these conjoined twins, joined at the hip and sharing a circulatory system, entered a world that wasn't always kind to those who were different. Their mother, Kate Skinner, worked for Mary Hilton, who quickly saw the commercial potential in the twins' unique situation and, rather than providing support, essentially purchased them from their birth mother. Mary Hilton thrust Daisy and Violet into the world of sideshows, billing them as a must-see spectacle. They traveled extensively, performing in venues across the globe and becoming a fixture in the entertainment landscape of the early to mid-20th century. They learned to sing and dance, showcasing their talents alongside their physical difference. While they achieved a level of fame and financial success, their lives were largely controlled by those who profited from their condition. They longed for independence and a life free from the often exploitative nature of the sideshow. Tragically, Daisy and Violet Hilton died in 1969 from complications of the Hong Kong flu. Pip and Flip. Pip and Flip, conjoined twin sisters who became known as the Pinheads, while often referred to as the Twins of Yucatan, suggesting they were born on the Yucatan Peninsula. Their true origins remain uncertain. They lived with microcephaly, a condition resulting in smaller head size and intellectual disabilities. Pip and Flip found a home and a livelihood within the sometimes exploitative world of sideshows, notably performing with the Circus of Horrors. Accounts from those who knew them described them as cheerful, innocent, and even charismatic, captivating audiences not with their difference, but with their joyful presence. Their appearance in Todd Browning's 1932 film Freaks brought them wider recognition. Their portrayal, like that of other performers in the film, sparked important conversations about how society viewed and treated people with disabilities. Which performer's story resonated with you the most, and why? Pascopignon. Pasquale traveled across the United States, billed as the two-headed Mexican. Now, this wasn't a natural occurrence. Pasquale had a large benign tumor growing on the top of his head. With remarkable ingenuity, he incorporated this into his act, crafting a wax face and attaching it to the tumor, creating the illusion of a second head. Imagine the scene: a sideshow tent, buzzing with anticipation. Pasquale emerges, presenting his two-headed self to a captivated audience. While we might view this kind of spectacle with some skepticism today, it's important to remember the context of the time. Sideshows offered a unique form of entertainment, and for Pasquale, they provided a livelihood and a path to notoriety. Dominique Castagna. Let's talk about a figure who represents a particular and often tragic archetype of the sideshow: the living skeleton. Dominique Castagna, one of the men who embodied this persona, became a popular attraction in traveling shows during the era when exhibiting human differences was a common form of entertainment. These individuals, sometimes referred to as shadows, were incredibly thin, often weighing less than 165 pounds, with some as light as 110. Sadly, in many cases, their extreme thinness wasn't a performance. It was the result of serious, underlying health issues like digestive disorders or tuberculosis. Frankie Saludo. Frankie Saludo was a beloved figure in the world of circus entertainment. A little person with an undeniable stage presence, Frankie starred with the Ringling Brothers Circus as a white-faced clown, often accompanied by a live rabbit. His act blended traditional clowning with his unique physical stature, creating a memorable and endearing persona. But Frankie's talents extended beyond clowning. He also delighted audiences with his uncanny impersonation of Charlie Chaplin, capturing the essence of the iconic silent film star. His performances weren't just imitations, they were infused with his own comedic timing and charm. Josephine Myrtle Corbin. Josephine Myrtle Corbin, born in 1868, holds a unique place in the annals of sideshow history. Known as the four-legged woman, Myrtle lived with a rare condition resulting from an embryonic fusion, leading to a duplication of her lower body. Two fully formed legs on each side, each with its own internal reproductive system. This extraordinary condition made her a remarkable attraction in circuses and shows. Despite the inherent challenges of her physical condition, Myrtle Corbin led a remarkable life, showcasing extraordinary strength and resilience. She performed in circuses, astounding audiences with her ability to function and move despite her unique anatomy, proving that human determination can overcome physical obstacles. John Jennings. John Jennings, born in 1890, was a powerhouse of strength and a true spectacle of the circus world. Billed as the modern Samson, Jennings channeled the legendary biblical hero, captivating audiences with his almost unbelievable feats of physical prowess. Imagine the scene, a circus tent filled with anticipation. John Jennings steps forward, and with seemingly effortless ease, he bends steel bars, lifts incredible weights, and even pulls vehicles with chains. His displays of strength were mesmerizing, and he quickly became one of the biggest attractions of his time. Inspired by the story of Samson, Jennings toured the United States, performing at fairs and circuses, solidifying his reputation as one of the strongest men of his generation. His success speaks to the enduring human fascination with the displays of physical power and the ability of a gifted performer to capture the attention of the public with remarkable feats of strength. Annie Jones. Annie Jones, born in 1865, became a legendary figure in the world of circus sideshows, known for her remarkable beard. This striking physical trait, hypertrichosis, set her apart in a time when such differences were often met with prejudice and misunderstanding. Billed as the bearded lady, Annie capitalized on her unique appearance, transforming it from a source of potential shame into a captivating act that filled circus tents with eager spectators. Despite the challenges of living in a society less accepting of physical variations, Annie charmed audiences with her confidence and charisma. She wasn't just a spectacle, she was a performer, a star who used her distinctive feature to create a successful career that took her around the world. Mary Ann. Mary Ann lived a relatively normal life in Britain, working as a nurse and marrying a man named Thomas Bevan. However, after her marriage, she began experiencing symptoms of acromegaly, a condition that causes excessive growth of bones and tissues, leading to significant changes in her facial features and overall appearance. Tragically, Mary Ann's husband passed away, leaving her with the responsibility of providing for her children. In a time with limited options for women, particularly single mothers, she made the difficult decision to join the world of sideshows. Billed as the ugliest woman in the world, Mary Ann endured the insensitive and exploitative nature of this environment to support her family. Pansy Chinery. Let's transport ourselves back to the thrilling atmosphere of a 1916 circus and meet a truly daring performer, Ed E. Iana, Pansy Chinery. Pansy specialized in an act that required incredible strength, skill, and, let's be honest, a bit of nerve. Imagine this. She performed an aerial routine, swinging high above the crowd, supported only by her teeth. This kind of act was incredibly popular during this era of circus performance. audiences were drawn to the danger and the display of extraordinary physical prowess. Pansy, with her impressive dexterity and sheer bravery, stood out among her peers. She pushed the boundaries of what seemed humanly possible, demonstrating incredible control and flexibility. Bill Dirks. Let's talk about Bill Dirks, a man who, at the age of 40, reinvented himself and found unexpected fame in the world of traveling circuses. Living a relatively ordinary life in his Alabama hometown, Bill decided to embrace a rather unusual career path. He crafted a unique persona, billing himself as the man with 3 eyes and 2 noses. Bill cleverly used makeup to create the illusion of a 3rd eye situated between his 2 noses. While it was a clever trick, audiences were captivated. The sideshow thrived on the unusual and the unexpected, and Bill's fabricated anomaly fit the bill perfectly. He quickly became a major draw in traveling circuses, leaving his former life behind to embrace a new existence built on spectacle and illusion. Alice Elizabeth Dougherty. Born with hypertrichosis lanuginosa, Alice entered the world covered in a thick layer of fine hair. This unusual trait, while harmless, made her the subject of much curiosity and, unfortunately, led to her being exhibited in sideshows. Alice's parents, recognizing the public's fascination with her appearance, made the difficult decision to display her publicly. While viewed through a modern lens, this choice appears exploitative. It's important to consider the context of the time and the limited options available to families in such circumstances. Billed as the Minnesota Woolly Girl, or sometimes insensitively referred to as the Wolf Child, Alice became a recognizable figure in sideshows. Audiences were captivated by her unique appearance, a stark reminder of the diverse spectrum of human variation. Lavery Vallee. Lavery was known for her incredible strength and breathtaking trapeze artistry, but what truly set her apart was her audacious act. She would undress while performing her high-flying routine. Imagine the gasps and murmurs from the crowd as Charmian, suspended high above the ground, gracefully executed her trapeze maneuvers while simultaneously removing her costume. This daring act was a sensation, pushing the boundaries of what was considered acceptable in circus performances and challenging societal norms. What surprised you most about the lives and experiences of these sideshow figures? Millie and Christine McCoy. The story of Millie and Christine McCoy, often billed as the two-headed nightingale, is one of remarkable resilience and a testament to the human spirit's ability to overcome adversity. Born into slavery in North Carolina in 1851, Millie and Christine were conjoined twins, connected at the lower spine. They faced the double injustice of living with a physical difference and being born into a system that denied them their basic human rights. Despite these immense challenges, Millie and Christine's talents shone through. They possessed beautiful singing voices and learned multiple languages. Exploited early in their lives, they were eventually emancipated and gained control over their careers, becoming celebrated performers in the circus. Edouard Beaupré. Edouard Beaupré, a Canadian giant who captivated audiences with his impressive stature and physical prowess. Born Joseph Edouard Beaupré-Pitre in 1881, Edouard stood out from a young age due to his exceptional height. He found a place for himself in the world of sideshows, where his size naturally drew attention. But Edouard was more than just tall. He was also incredibly strong. He transitioned into wrestling and became a formidable athlete, showcasing his strength and agility. He even joined the legendary Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus, becoming a star attraction. While life as a giant presented numerous challenges, Edouard embraced his unique attributes and used them to build a successful career. Francis O'Connor. Born without arms, Frances developed incredible dexterity with her feet. Imagine this. From a young age, she taught herself to perform everyday tasks: eating, drinking, writing, even sewing, using only her feet. At the age of 15, Frances brought her unique skills to the world stage, joining the renowned Ringling Brothers Circus. She lived in Sheridan with her mother, who managed her act. Her performances weren't about showcasing spectacle. They were about demonstrating the incredible things she could accomplish. She would eat, drink, write letters, all things the audience took for granted, but she did them in a way that surprised and captivated. She transformed the ordinary into the extraordinary. Joe Martin Laurello. Born in 1886, he became known as the Owl Man due to his incredible neck flexibility. Imagine this. He could turn his head a full 180 degrees, even walking while maintaining that position. It was a sight that left audiences in awe. In 1921, Joe Martin Laurello brought his unique talent to the United States, joining the iconic Barnum and Bailey Circus. This was the golden age of the circus, and he quickly became a popular attraction. His fame grew, and in 1940, his remarkable ability was immortalized in a photograph featured in Life magazine, further cementing his place in the annals of unusual performers. Sadly, Joe Laurello passed away from a heart attack in 1955. Pauline Musters. Born in the Netherlands in 1876, Pauline holds the Guinness World Record for the shortest woman who ever lived, standing at just 21.8 inches tall. Pauline, with her undeniable stage presence and captivating talent, captivated crowds. She was a skilled acrobat and a graceful dancer, her performances defying expectations and showcasing the incredible things a person could achieve, regardless of their physical size. Sadly, Pauline's life was cut short. She died in New York in 1895 at the young age of 19 from pneumonia and meningitis. Grace McDaniels. Let's talk about Grace McDaniels, a woman who, despite facing significant challenges, carved out a successful career in the world of sideshows. Born in 1888, Grace lived with Sturge-Weber syndrome, a rare condition affecting the development of blood vessels and often resulting in prominent birthmarks on the face. This led to her being billed, somewhat insensitively by today's standards, as the mule-faced woman. In the 1930s, Grace joined Harry Lewiston's circus. This was a time when sideshows were a major form of entertainment, and Grace's unique appearance drew large crowds. For Grace, the circus provided a means of supporting herself and her son, Elmer, who traveled with her across the country. Susie. Susie, a woman who lived with a rare and often misunderstood skin condition called ichthyosis. Derived from the Greek word for fish, ichthyosis causes severe dryness and scaling of the skin. Sadly, in the past, people with this condition were sometimes insensitively referred to as alligator skin or fish scale people. In Susie's case, the roughness and cracking of her skin led to the particularly harsh nickname, elephant skin. Susie's appearance drew attention in the circus sideshow where she was presented as a curiosity. While this provided her with a livelihood, it's crucial to recognize the challenges she faced daily due to her condition. Ichthyosis isn't simply a cosmetic difference. It can cause significant physical discomfort and require constant care. Krau Farini. Born in Laos in 1876, Krau lived with hypertrichosis, a condition causing excessive hair growth all over the body. This, coupled with certain facial features, led to her being unfairly labeled the missing link, a term suggesting she was somehow less than human, a bridge between humans and apes. Krau was discovered by an explorer who, recognizing the potential for profit, brought her to Europe. She was exhibited as a curiosity, a spectacle presented as scientific proof of evolutionary theories, playing on Victorian-era fascination with the exotic and the unknown. From Europe, she was taken to the United States, where she became a star attraction in P.T. Barnum's shows. Crow's life underscores the exploitative nature of the sideshow and the harmful impact of labeling individuals based on their physical differences. Please comment 1 to let me know you'll be watching this video until the end. Fedor Jevtichuk. Fedor, born in Russia, lived with hypertrichosis, a condition that causes excessive hair growth all over the body, including the face. This gave him a very distinctive appearance, one that unfortunately led to his being exhibited as a human curiosity. Fedor became a star attraction in P.T. Barnum's famous sideshow, a world that both celebrated and exploited human difference. While the language used to describe him at the time was often dehumanizing, his stage presence and unique appearance captivated audiences. He became a well-known figure in the world of entertainment. Interestingly, Fedor's physical characteristics are said to have influenced the creation of the beloved Star Wars character Chewbacca decades later. This unexpected connection adds another layer to Fedor's story, highlighting the enduring impact of his image, even as we recognize the problematic nature of how he was presented in his own time. Teo Valenzuela. Known as the heaviest man in the world, Teo weighed an astonishing 645 pounds. This photograph captures a moment in time, showcasing his remarkable size and the public's fascination with it. While Teo enjoyed local celebrity status, his extreme weight presented considerable challenges. Everyday tasks most people take for granted likely posed significant difficulties, impacting his mobility and overall health. In an era before widespread understanding of obesity and its associated health risks, Teo found a livelihood in showcasing his size. For Teo, these exhibitions offered a means of support and a form of recognition in his community. Unzi. Born with a lack of pigment in his skin, hair, and eyes, Unzi's striking appearance made him stand out in a time when albinism was less understood. At a young age, Unzi was discovered by show promoters who, unfortunately, saw his difference as a source of profit. He was brought into the world of circuses and sideshows, where he became known simply as the albino. He performed with various circuses, including the renowned Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus, where his unique appearance drew large crowds. Grady Stiles Jr. The story of Grady Stiles Jr., known as Lobster Boy. Born with ectrodactyly, a genetic condition causing malformations of the hands and feet, Grady's life was intertwined with the world of sideshows. He followed a family tradition, becoming a performer and showcasing his difference to curious audiences. Grady struggled with alcoholism, and his personal life was marked by turmoil. Tragically, in 1978, he committed a horrific act, murdering his daughter's fiancé. This act of violence led to his imprisonment and cast a dark shadow over his life and the legacy of his family within the sideshow. Eli Bowen. Born in 1844 with a condition called phocomelia, which resulted in the absence of legs and shortened arms, Eli didn't let his physical difference define him. Instead, he developed incredible strength and flexibility in his arms, using them not only to navigate the world, but to perform extraordinary acrobatic feats. Imagine the circus tent, the hushed anticipation of the crowd. Eli emerges and, with surprising agility, begins to spin, jump, and execute controlled falls, all with remarkable precision and grace. He became known as the Legless Acrobat, a testament to his incredible skill and unwavering determination. His performances weren't simply about spectacle, they were about showcasing human potential and the power of the human spirit to overcome adversity. Eli Bowen captivated audiences, inspiring them with his bravery and reminding them that limitations can be transformed into opportunities. He became a powerful symbol of resilience in a world often less understanding of those with physical differences. Aloysia Wagner. Let's travel back in time and meet Aloysia Wagner, a remarkable woman who performed arriving in New York from Germany with her half-brother. Aloysia navigated life without arms and legs. Instead of allowing this to limit her, she embraced her unique abilities and carved out a space for herself in the world of sideshows. Imagine the scene. Aloysia, introduced as the beautiful Venus without arms and legs, would captivate audiences with her resourcefulness and skill. She moved by hopping, using the lower part of her torso with incredible strength and balance. And that was just the beginning. Using only her mouth, she would perform tasks that most people take for granted, combing her hair, getting dressed, even sewing. It was a display of remarkable dexterity and adaptability. George and Willie Muse. These brothers, born black and albino in late 19th century Virginia, faced a double burden of discrimination due to both their race and their albinism. Tragically, their story took a dark turn in 1899 when they were kidnapped and taken from their mother. Exploiting their unique appearance, showmen forced the brothers into the world of sideshows, fabricating outlandish stories about their origins. They were presented as Echo and Eco, the Martian ambassadors, or sometimes as sheep-headed cannibals from Ecuador, completely erasing their true identities and reducing them to exotic spectacles. Despite the dehumanizing treatment and the emotional toll of being separated from their family, George and Willie became popular sideshow attractions. Their musical talents emerged, and they learned to play various instruments, further enhancing their performances. Remarkably, after years of forced labor and exploitation, their mother, Harriet Muse, recognized them and fought tirelessly for their release. Her unwavering determination led to a legal battle that ultimately secured their freedom and exposed the injustices they had endured. Joseph Merrick. Born in Leicester, England in 1862, Joseph lived with severe physical deformities caused by a combination of rare conditions, most likely neurofibromatosis type I and Proteus syndrome. His appearance made him the subject of intense curiosity and prejudice in Victorian society. He endured stares, whispers, and outright rejection, often treated as a medical marvel or a sideshow freak rather than a human being. Despite the immense suffering and social isolation he faced, Joseph Merrick never lost his sense of self-worth. He sought connection and understanding, yearning to be seen for the intelligent and sensitive individual he was beneath his physical exterior. His story, thankfully, has been reclaimed from the sensationalism of the past. David Lynch's 1980 film, The Elephant Man, offers a more compassionate and nuanced portrayal, focusing on Joseph's humanity, his intelligence, and his unwavering desire for acceptance. Being tall has brought these giants fame, fortune, and unique challenges. While their height makes them stand out, it also comes with struggles most of us can't imagine. Which story amazed you the most? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, check out our other content, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.